before I get going, has anyone got any questions or anything they want me to go over?
I've got a question actually, not one that I posted on the Discord, but if you mark out your 4 hour and then you look for your tap in for your 15-minute.
Yeah.
And then you wait for your 1 minute. Correct me if I'm wrong as I go along.
No,
you wait for your 1 minute.
Yeah.
And on your 1 minute, as soon as that taps in on the 1 minute, first question is, do you get in on that entry, or do you wait for a second 1 minute tap in? And then the next question onto that is, if it blows through that 1 minute and goes for a new high, do you mark out a new 4 hour high?
So to answer your first question, mate, what I'll do is, I had this marked up on usdchf. I'll go through the trade from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you when I'd set alerts and when it would confirm the orange boxes and things like that. So that will answer that question at the end of the bars replay sort of thing. I'll sort of get onto if it creates a new high, and then I adjust the box but just to begin with, mate. If it flows up from this area, I'll zoom in soon. But if anything was to break past this high here, then it would just void anything. And I'll delete the box and move on.
Yeah, look for a new 4 hour.
Yeah, because then it would just be a case of the market's telling me it wants to go higher, and it's obviously on this one I'm looking for sells. So yeah, I'll get straight into it, mate. And like I say, I mean, if you want to jump in and ask questions as I'm going, please do so. But I will try and explain as best as I can anyway, and like what I'm sort of thinking and things like that.
I get it.
So yeah, this is usdchf. It was last week or the week late the week before where it hit. Just bear with me a second. I normally trade on me tablet and I'm on the laptop for this. I'll just go from there. So literally, I'm out of this area just because there's a trend line in here, and then there's a sweep. I'll draw it on. So that to me there is a liquidity sweep, but it was a bit messy coming out, so I've included the bottom of this candle here, because this will be where imbalance is. So I'd expect it to come at least into the bottom of this candle here. Covered the highs here. If I zoom out, obviously it's heavily downtrending from here. Big downtrend on the 4 hour. So I'll literally draw this box once it's broken structure below here. Once you've got the sweep, break structure, break below here. Cool. Break structure there. So that would be me. I mean, I don't think I'd have drawn it there, and I'd have probably. Sorry, go on, mate.
Sorry, Lee, my computer.
Sorry, mate. I thought he was asking a question, that's all. Yeah, so I would have seen the chart somewhere around here, no doubt, after a bit. But yeah, so I drew that box. I would have then, like I say, I would have set an alert.
What the fuck is going on here?
You're right, mate.
I'm having major issues with my laptop for some reason.
Yeah.
Ah, sweet, might be working now.
Anyway, I'd have set an alert on the bottom of this box, and then just leave the chart be, let it play out. Drop down to 15, just so it's not ridiculous. Deleted all my other markups, so I don't know when it hits the box. It might be a while.
Recording in progress.
Right, I'm on the laptop now. Sweet.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Right. So obviously here my alert would have gone off. Just go back to the switch. Right, so my alert would have gone off there, guys. So I'd open my phone at this point on the 15, because as soon as it touches box, that's 15-minute time frame for me. And I would have then set an alert at least this low here. I'd preferred this one here. Yeah, and I'd have also set an alert at this high if that's the high that it creates. To there. I'll literally leave the chat until it plays out again. So it creates a new high, readjust the high, the alert on the high, or if it breaks here, it's confirmation. Anything in between them two are noise, really. Created equal highs here, so I'd expect a sweep. We've now moved the alert to that high, just create a new high, and I would accept this as a new low, but again, I would prefer this one. So, right, so we broke that low, broke the one I actually prepared as well. So now, if that's a layer, this layer would have gone off, I would come into this zone, I'd zoom into here to mark out my orange box and my 15-minute break for the block that the origin slowed. That wick high to the imbalance in here. There's a tiny bit of imbalance in there as well. I'll call that in the blue. A little bit of imbalance there, so I would hope right into there, but that's the high to there's a bit of imbalance, and I've only drawn that because obviously it broke the structure. I don't draw this until that's happened, otherwise I get confused as to what's where I'm at. And then just wait till sorry. I've actually set me a layer on the bottom of this box as well. Being no alert. Got a 15-minute break. So now it's hit this box. I will drop to the 1 minute. And I would set a layer on the high, one of these highs. On the 1 minute, it gets broken quite regularly. So I do check the 1 minute regularly, but I'd also want to break below at least this one. Probably these here, to be honest. But I'd accept that one, but I'd prefer these to be broken. Like again, just set and forget, wait for the alert to one of the alerts to sound. Leave that one off. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna mess up anyway. I think after that, created a new one. I think I actually relate to this low here. Yeah, that one there. I think it was that one. I had to originally had it. Sorry. Once that broke these anyway, that one there. That would confirm my 1 minute entry box, which was this all seems fairly balanced if you get in on the 1 minute. So yeah, I ignored this, but here I have this one marked up here. Box entry zone. Obviously, again, it gets confirmed once it breaks the structure, 1 minute structure. Pardon me. Which I would at this point, once it broke structure. So I'll go back to once it breaks a 1 minute structure, I would draw this box, set the pending, because I've had a break on the 50, break on the 1 minute. So once it, I'll wait till it breaks there again, and then I'd literally go to the usdchf, put in the account details, whatever I'm wanting to do. I would draw I tend to go for a 3 pip stop once anyway. I think of this one here match up for a 3.5 just to cover these high, this high just. And then I've literally dropped to the 15 for me. Take profit. But I did have a box mark down here that I already had. So if I had the balls, I'd have been looking to hold it down there, which gives you 100 to 1 risk to reward. Yeah, like I say, once we break that structure, heading set, leave it be. That'd feed me in. Once I was in, I'd be looking at it. I'd give it a bit of time, just to break a couple of structures again on the 15, and then I would literally just watch it on the 15 and wait for any change of the character, breaks of structures. Essentially, it literally just melts away. That would have been the out of this box. So, like I say, 100 to 1. On the 15-minute, like I say, there's no breaks of any structure. It's on the entry. Yeah, they've been watching this. If there'd have been any pullbacks beyond this, so I could come down here and then pull the full bit, I'd have probably been out around here, but it literally just 15 minutes. No breaks, just completely shredded down. It's nearly 350, obviously it's 352 pips from there to there, but that's the basis of that trade, guys, and that's how I trade. So if anyone's got any questions.
No, I think I just have to watch that back and absorb it a few times.
Yeah, it's so I mean, I look at a lot of pairs, Kieran, while I pretty much look at every forex pair, and it's just a waiting game. And like I said, I'd set a late, so I'd have only given up on this trade if it had, say, this would have broke through this high here. Otherwise, I've just moved the high and readjust the alert until it's gone through. Until a zone's invalid, it's a valid trade for me. So yeah, I'd have just waited, mate, until the zone was hit and wait to see if it breaks through. So sorry, mate, Robert, what I don't understand that, mate. Would you have profit along the way? Would I take
I think he's take profits, yeah, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I would have on the 15, I suppose I'd have maybe taken some profits at sort of like this zone here. But I mean, it broke through pretty quickly, so yeah, I'd have looked at other like supply or other zones, but maybe something around here. But mainly, like I say, I'd mainly just watch the 15-minute structure until I get a breaker structure to the upside. Now I'd have tried holding it as long as I could. That's so whoever Samsung is, I always try and find the entry off the 1 minute. So obviously from the higher time frame, where me red box is, I'm aiming for the market overall, like higher time frame market direction, and then I want a 15-minute breaker structure, then a 1 minute breaker structure. Sometimes the 1 minute's a bit messy, so I'll drop to 3, maybe a 5, but trying to get on the 1 minute, because obviously trying to save myself pips for my entry, I suppose. So did obviously you got in this one as well, didn't you, Ali? Did you want to show where you got
I did,
it?
mate, yeah.
If you want it, did you want to share your screen or out, or?
Yeah, I can't honestly remember. I think I've got the right entry on here. I know there was 2. Hold on, mate. Just you need to enable me to share screen, mate, if you want me to. I got in originally. I got in where you did not. I got in on a pending on that whole zone.
Yeah.
But there was news, wasn't there? I think there was or something.
Yeah, well, that I cancelled. I didn't actually get in that trade because obviously.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally I cancelled the order about 10 minutes before, I think it was, and then it banged into it perfect. But,
yeah, that's right. Because I got in on that big zone and then it messed about for ages and it went into profit.
yeah,
And it came back up and I closed it before news, and then it news didn't really do anything. But it would have kept me in the trade. It wouldn't stop me out.
yeah.
I'll try to get back in.
So I can't remember how I let you share this.
Up there, mate.
Oh, I did it easy the other day.
Must be in your settings at the top somewhere.
Well, this is just my screen. I wonder if this is just down here. There you go. You do it now, mate. Or
Right. Sorry, guys. Where are we? What have I done, mate? Where's it gone?
I think you got to make him a host first.
Oh no, I've got my screen, but I think I'm on the.
I've got it. I've got
Sorry.
all participants can share. Oh,
Got it here, mate, because my everything's just disappeared on mine. Yeah, that was it. Oh, I must have deleted something because the box has gone. That was up here. Anyway, so I got in. I believe it was. Let me just try and undo this, mate, because I've lost some stuff.
I'll just Samsung asked a question anyway. How would you suggest to apply this trade if you can't watch the trade as it plays out due to work commitments? Just place pendings and save TP. Yeah, I mean, I set pendings, mate. Obviously you've got to be able to watch or be able to look at the trade intermittently as it's happening, mate. But yeah, like a reasonable TP is obviously beneficial. But I'm quite good for not really worrying about it, mate. So if I can catch a trade at the top of a range of a big range, then you're sort of half expecting it to be able to drop quite a lot of pips anyway. So you've got.
Okay, I've got it now where I am, mate.
Yeah. So from here, mate.
This was a trade, wasn't it? Was it on the 9th of March?
Yes, yeah, around that time, mate. Yeah.
It was, yeah. So I was in somewhere up here, and then I got out. I think it pushed.
Sorry, you start to share your screen. I don't think you're in there.
Oh, why not?
No, I can't see. I don't know if anyone else can.
Says I'm sharing. Anybody see it?
Still on Lee's screen.
No, I'm still
What
on
the
that.
hell?
Shall I just stop sharing and see if that'll work for you then, mate?
See it now?
No. I'll stop sharing mine, mate, and
There you are.
yeah, sorry boys, my fault.
Oh, sorry, mate. What have you done?
This is smooth.
Do you mind now then?
Yes, mate.
Everyone else?
Yeah, got you, Ali.
Sound. So obviously I got in off a pending. I don't know where the zone's gone that I was in, but it's disappeared. But when it pushed down here, and then I was marginally in profit, maybe by a couple £100. And obviously this news was approaching. So I dived out of the trade. It never came near my stop because my stop was up here somewhere. But anyway, I was out, and then it rejected after news and just came down. So what I think it was the next day when I was during London. What I'm generally looking for is a decent, push down in volume or push up. So here you can see there was a decent push down during London, which left obviously some imbalance. It broke this level here, so which was New York. Was it London low? Yeah, London low from the day before. So as soon as it came down here, I went looking on the lower time frames. Within when I dropped down to the 15, you had this big area of imbalance here. And this candle here, I didn't refine it down this much. That was me just messing about after. Just seeing if I could get it down onto the 1 minute. But I think I took it off to 15, so I marked out this. And that was basically my entry. I just figured it was going to come back up, fill this imbalance, trade back into this supply zone and go. That was it. There was nothing really above it that I could see that interested me. There was no all this imbalance up here, apart from this tiny bit here, but most of this looked like pretty balanced price action. I didn't think it was going to come up into Tokyo. So, and that was it. Just set a pending on that. And this was a trade I actually forgot about because I set the pending when I was at work, and it wasn't until I left work about 4 o'clock that I actually looked at it, and it was down. What was it? Yeah, it was somewhere down here, and I think I held it. You are, mate?
I think I was about the same, so I cancelled the pending like 10 minutes before my entry, and then I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't check it until I think it was 7 at night, and then obviously the big regret setting.
Yeah, I know, mate. It is, but I think it was like a 1. By the time I looked at it, it was like a 1 to 6, I think it was, and I eventually closed out for a 1 to 14. But then it dropped all the way through the rest of the week, all the way down. Now, I refined it down to the 1 minute because you would have got a 1 minute entry, and it was like 151 to 1.
Yeah.
If you'd held it down to the end of the week, which is just insane.
Would you have actually? Because obviously that chart thing shows that you'd have had a 2.1 pip stop loss. Would you have entered on a 2.1 or?
I have done before, mate. Yeah, I have done, as long as the spreads are low.
Yeah.
Don't know if the 1 minute.
I always go for 3 or a touch more if.
It all depends on the pair, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think it won't go back that far, will it?
No, mine only went that far back, mate, because I did the replay and then come into it. It works. You get a bit further with it, but
You got the premium, have you?
I've got the Pro Plus, I think.
So you can see it on the 2 minute, the entry, I think. So that would have been your 1 minute entry would have been up here on this, I believe. Was it that? Or was it a bit lower? No, it doesn't show the 1 minute for some reason. But you can see it's just the last bit of imbalance it came up and tapped into before it fell away. But yeah, I'm a bit different to Lee. I'm not waiting for 4 hour POIs. I'm generally just looking for volume to come into the market during London or New York, and then I'm just looking for the supply or demand zones that initiated it and just trading off them. So it's
Samsung's just asked where's the quickest way to check the spreads. So if I'm, me personally, I go on
MT5 usually.
Yeah, MT5 and check the pair, and obviously it tells you the difference there. I think TradingView tells you at the top corner as well, doesn't it, sometimes?
I don't know, mate. I just go to MT5.
Yeah, so do you know where yours says GU at the minute at the top left?
Yeah.
I think that 0.3% is to do with spread.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Well, I've always wondered what that was.
I might be wrong. I mean, mine's slightly different to yours, I think, anyway, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's the GU trade I took this afternoon, the sale. I showed you this one, didn't I, Lee?
Yes, mate, yeah. Is that from today, is it?
That's from today, mate. Yeah, I don't know whether people were interested in why I took it or...
But absolutely, mate, yeah. Yeah, I want to hear it, even if others don't.
Yeah, go for it, Alec.
To be fair, you sent me that. I couldn't see it, but I'm going to have to look at that later because I cannot see why. So, may as well lay it now.
Yeah, no, it was a bit... I was sort of messing about a little bit, really, but I was... Obviously, London had started to fall away a little bit. So I figured it was going to come back down, possibly into this, fill this imbalance down here. And I think I was on the charts. So I'd marked this. This hadn't happened yet here. No, I think this candle had this bullish candle. So I marked this low with an alert, waiting for it to get broken. And then once it got broken, I marked this high here of the candle that broke the low.
Yeah.
And I dropped straight down to the 1 minute, which I've been trying not to do so much trading in the 1 minute because I wanted to.
Sorry, Ali, that previous stream, was that 5 or 15 you're on?
15, mate, sorry.
Yes.
So, yeah, because. Go on, mate.
No, I said cheers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, usually I'm looking on the hour, so I won't drop down to the 1 minute. I'll stop at the 15 or go down to the 5. Because I saw it on the 15, going down to the 5, it probably wouldn't give me enough, information on price action to pick an entry. So obviously, when I opened it, I saw this. Well, this is where it started. That candle. Price had already come back up and filled this imbalance here, and then dropped, pretty conclusively through this level. So that was my supply zone I picked, and that on market execute. I actually got in early on this one, and then bottled it and jumped out, and then I took them only for about a 200 quid loss, and then I saw this candle here. I think it was this one here, and I got back in again, but put my stop up the high here, and just followed it down. I got out at, I think 1 to 4 it was. I bailed on the trade, but I'd already taken. Where was it? Yeah, somewhere down here. I'd already taken half my risk off around here, and then I closed it completely here. And as soon as I did it, absolutely, it dropped down to here. But then I wasn't going to get back in again because of, I think, news. It was at 6, which blew price up. But I took an almost identical trade yesterday on GU, another sell, which went, I think, 1 to 12. But that's all. That was more of a continuation trade in just going off what I figured was going to happen. It was going to sell off down into here. It obviously came a bit lower. Bit of a risky one, but it's, it seems to be playing out and working for me.
Yeah.
I also took CJ as well today, and I'm a bit gutted about that because I bailed at 1 to 6, and it's currently at 1 to 23.
What was the case, mate?
It is, mate. Yeah, I can't grumble though. I got out in profit, and
Yeah.
So-
Do you want to go over CJ quick, mate, and just I think we're going to go like
Okay.
a few minutes left anyway. So
it was this one here. I'd had this one marked up for a while since last week, I think it was. When was it? Yeah. So yeah, again, you can see here during London, load of volume at the market was just dropped price all the way down here. I'd marked out this entire zone as my area of interest. I had a lower one as well, I believe. Let me just see. I don't know if I did. No, sorry, that was another pair of the lower one on. So yeah, on the hourly, it was this area here, which is basically, a bit of consolidation inside bar. Is that it? Yeah. Which then obviously price broke down, but a big push down. Didn't break structure, but even so, I was still, pretty keen on it. And then I've just watched price action through the.
Me personally, there, I would class that as a break structure. Because of the
You would.
bodies, yeah. So on the to the left, obviously you've got the body close that is a bit further left, sorry, mate. Very left.
Sorry, mate, well,
Yeah, down there.
yeah.
You've got the body closes where you are now.
Mhm.
The rest is wick, but on the right hand side, obviously the body closes are lower.
Yeah, I suppose you're right on the line chart. That would show us
I
the break.
would class that as breaker structure, but I wouldn't be majorly happy with it if that makes sense. But I would class that.
Yeah.
But obviously, it breaks it eventually.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, you're right. Because on the line chart, that would be a break. I tend to favour. I want to see the wicks get
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah.
So even though this supply here eventually broke that level, the whole move originated from up here.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and again, I didn't get in on this. I had an alert go off this afternoon, and I was on the 15 minutes, so I didn't end on a pending on this. I was saying to a mate, I wanted to see, some bearish volume come into the market. I think I was watching it on the 1 minute. Yeah, I was watching it on the 1 minute,